Hi there, everyone. It's just Jacob here, no Ryan or anyone. So I thought it'd be cool to make a few videos where I take just a structure deck, we throw three of them together, and then we build upon that until eventually we get it to more of a competitive kind of deck. And I thought a good place to start would be Dinosaurs because it's a pretty good deck right now, and you can find the structure deck pretty easily now. So we have here. This is just something really quick I just threw together based off of just what's in the structure deck itself. So, and then I figure each video we're going to take a little upgrade. The first upgrade we're going to do is going to be about $35. So basically what you paid for the structure decks, we're going to just do that again, but put all that towards upgrades for this. And obviously the first thing you're going to see is like we probably need to get some extra deck cards, probably need to change a few things. But this just is a pretty good starting point. So what we're going to try and do with this first upgrade is we're going to try and get it to the point where you could take this to your locals and start doing better with it. And through that, you could maybe earn some more packs, maybe your locals offer store credit or something like that, and then you can use that towards making the deck even more solid. So the first upgrade we're going to do is we're going to do good old Giant Rex. So he's a very good one-of. And unfortunately, he's going to cost you $6. So that takes a chunk out of our $35 starting point here. And so we're just going to take out one Tyranno Infinity and just throw in that Giant Rex there. So then we have he's a very good solid level 4 dino to go alongside Miscellaneous and Oviraptor. The next thing we're going to need to get is some double evolution pills. So here we go. And I say we probably want 2 of those. I'm just going to take out the Quaking Mirror Forces for those. So there you go. And then I'm going by just lowest value. So like they're only like 80 cents for the lowest rarity of a double evolution pill. Obviously if you want higher rarities of stuff, it's going to be more expensive. But it's like 80 cents a piece. So these aren't too hard to get. I'll put the prices and stuff somewhere on the screen probably. And then next, since we have double evolution pill, and we're not getting Archosaur yet, we'll maybe get to him later. We probably want to play an Overtex, not only because he can, you can summon him off the pill, but you also can search the pill. So I'll just start getting rid of some of these traps, to be honest, and get one Qoatlus there. So it gives us another, kind of a secondary boss monster to go alongside the Ultimate Conductor. And he's only like $1, I think. So you might even be able to find him in bulk somewhere. So he's not too hard to get either. And then next, speaking of kind of boss dinosaur monsters, we have Pankratops. The lowest value of him is like 25 cents. We'll just take out another Grandhorn to Heaven there. So if you, like I said, if you want like the secret rare and stuff, that's going to cost you a little more. But we're just going off of just base lowest value. And he's just a really good dinosaur card, and he's just a generically very good card in general. And so next we're going to get into the extra deck a little bit. We've kind of shored this up a little bit. We've got our pills, we've got the Rex, we've got the 2 other big dinosaurs to go along with Ultimate Conductor. So what are we going to need? Well, we are going to need... Let's just type it in here. Dolka. If I could spell it right. There we go. So we're probably going to need, I would recommend more than him, but since we're trying to stay within the 35, and this is kind of you just starting to upgrade your deck, we'll just go with 1. He runs you about $13 for the cheapest, so as you can see, him and Rex are kind of adding to that total there. He's just really good because he just takes 2 dinosaur-type monsters, which the deck is full of, and as of right now, we have Rescue Rabbit and Unexpected Die and the Megalo Smashers, which also kind of help towards that. These probably won't stay in. The more upgrades we go, these probably will get cut. But for now, they also help towards making this. This is kind of your main thing you want to make out of the extra deck. And speaking of other main things you want to make out of the extra deck, we have Lagia. I believe he's about $4 for the cheapest version of him. Same thing with Dolka, 2 dinosaurs, just really, really good. It's good to have this deck doesn't really need an extra deck, but it's good to have good powered cards in your extra deck like this. And as you can tell, these are rank 4 XYZ monsters, which we can make fairly easily. So we're going to go down the line of some cheap rank 4s you can throw in here that can actually make an impact. One being Abyss Dweller. I think the cheapest one of him is like 30 cents. So there you go. Shouldn't be hard to find him. He's just a very good rank 4, and against some decks, he's just an auto win. So if you can make rank 4s, which this deck definitely can, you're going to want to play him. Next thing, which is also a pretty solid rank 4 for now, is Tornado Dragon. He helps you deal with spells and traps, and he is like 50 cents, I think, for the lowest one. So once again, there's a lot of these really good utility rank 4s we can just shove in here, and they're really on the cheap end. So that's going to help you just kind of fill out your extra deck. Another one that you don't see that much is Castel the Skyblaster Musketeer. The cheapest one of him is like 30 cents. He's not commonly used, but he's a very cheap option, and you can make rank 4s very easily, and he just helps you get rid of stuff on the field. So that's one. We're going away from the rank 4s right now. If I could spell today. There he is, Saryuja. The cheapest Saryuja is like 30 cents. You don't really need him, but he's a pretty cheap Link 4 that you could just probably find in bulk, or if you get Dual Devastator or something like that, and then just throw him in, and he could help you every once in a while. Another thing I want to throw in, which is very cheap, which might not stay once we start upgrading the deck more, but Dino Wrestler, however you say that, I'm not going to try it. He's just a level 2 Dinosaur tuner, and he just summons himself for free. I'm going to just take out the Painful Decision, and probably, let's say the second Infinity, for just 2 of those. So he's just a free dinosaur, and what's helpful with that is he lets us play some Synchro Monsters. So, some cheap Synchro Monsters we can get. Brionac, he's a good level 6 Synchro, so this guy with miscellaneous, this, or this. And he discards cards to bounce cards that your opponent controls, which can actually help you get more dinosaurs engraved for Conductor or for miscellaneous. So we're going to throw one of him, and the cheapest one you can find of him is like 25 cents. So as you can see, we're filling out this extra deck just to start with a bunch of really cheap, like 25 cents, 50 cent stuff. And then eventually, as you kind of accumulate more wins with this and get more packs, get more credit, you can start maybe investing a little more in some of the more spendy extra deck monsters. So, other extra deck monsters, we have Honor Arc. Once again, just a generic rank 4. Has a good counter removal effect. And he is 25 cents. We have another Link monster here on my list. We have Underclock Taker. The cheapest one of him is 10 cents. He just takes 2 effect monsters. And he lets you kind of lower monsters' attacks, especially if you like use the Ultimate Conductor to lower their attack with Underclock Taker. That can help you get some games there. And he's just a generic, pretty generic Link 2 we can use to just get some dinosaurs engraved at the very least. And then I think that's probably it right now for the extra deck. It's filled out alright. If you find just random stuff in your bulk, just like random Link 2s or Link 3s or something, go ahead, throw them in. I think this is just a very good starting point for that. We have a few more main deck monsters. So since we have the double evolution pill, we kind of want to have some non-dinosaurs to banish. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these out, and we're gonna get 2 DD Crows. So DD Crow isn't the best hand trap right now, but he is only $1 each. So you can start off with him, and then eventually upgrade to maybe some stronger, more expensive hand traps, and you'll always still have him if he ever comes up to where he's good. And he gives you a non-dinosaur. So after that, we have the Swords of Concealing Light that come in the structure deck. There's a very cheap card that I think is probably better than that serves a very similar purpose, which is Book of Eclipse. So if you're going just straight starting from this structure deck, I would immediately just take these out and swap them out for these 2. They serve very similar. They do pretty much the same exact thing, which is just get monsters in face-down defense so Ultimate Conductor can attack over them. And adds a little disruption you can do going second. Another card, and they're like how much are they? They're 10 cents each for the cheapest ones, so not very hard to get. Another thing that you could easily put in here is Red Reboot. If you don't want to deal with traps and you already have some Twin Twisters in here, you can play one Red Reboot. It's 20 cents. If you don't want to main deck it, you can always throw it in the side deck. It's a very good side deck card. I'm just going to... I'll take out one Survival's End, and we'll just put the Red Reboot in there. In case you run into Altergeist or something like that. So since we have, you know, Pankratops and this guy, we're going to put this field spell in here. So what this field spell does, if it's in your graveyard and your opponent controls more monsters than you, so kind of similar to how Pankratops summoned himself, you can banish this card to summon a Dino Wrestler from your deck. So you can summon Pankratops, or you can summon this guy. So, and we're playing 3 Lost Worlds, so what you could actually do is just play this, and then just put Lost World immediately on top of it, and then there you go, it's in your graveyard. We're going to take out one normal monster, I think, for that. And if you notice, this has a graveyard effect, and it's a spell or trap, and then this has a graveyard effect. So we're going to throw in one Foolish Burial of Goods. Oh, also, the field spell is 10 cents, so easy to find. This one is $2 for the lowest from what I could see on TCG Player. Let's just take out the rabbit, I think, and throw in Foolish Burial of Goods. So this lets you send either Survival's End or World Dino Wrestling, which is helpful. So like going first, if you open like this with Lost World and say a baby Ceratosaurus, you can activate the Lost World, normal summon the baby, give your opponent the token, and then you can Foolish Burial of Goods with the Survival's End, and then attempt to pop the token and pop your baby, and then you're good to go. And then going second, it's also very helpful to do very similar things. And then the last thing on here is just regular Foolish Burial, because we can send stuff like Miscellaneousaurus or Giant Rex or the Overtex to just give us the pill. So I'm going to take out one Megalo Smasher for that. The normal monsters aren't that helpful, to be honest with you. So that is going to get us to about $33 from my calculations. Foolish Burial is only like 30 cents. So it's around $33. And you can mess with some things here. Like you could maybe keep the Rescue Rabbit stuff and maybe not play this if you really want. But just for the first upgrade, I think this is pretty solid. This is going to, I think, start performing a little better than just the structure deck thrown together. There's obviously things that we are still missing, like, if I can spell it, Anima. He's down here. This guy, but he's a little spendy, so I don't think our first upgrade is going to have him. Hopefully by the end, maybe by our last upgrade, after we've really started performing, we can get the deck to its peak performance, which would include this guy. But yeah, that's it for now. There's not really much to this. If you're looking to just kind of start from scratch with Yu-Gi-Oh!, you could just buy 3 of that structure deck, and then just get a few of these things here, and then all of a sudden you have a pretty more cohesive strategy going. And then you can maybe start doing a little better at your locals, and then just continue upgrading each time. So next time we'll probably work with about the same price point, and we'll probably fill out the rest of the extra deck, and then maybe get a few more powerful, impactful hand traps. We'll see. But yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed this little video here. I hope you all like the Dinosaur deck. If you ever want to build it yourself. Go buy them now while you can still find them. So that's it. I'm gonna scoop now. Goodbye.